Look around and you'll notice a strange contradiction. The people doing the most grueling, physically demanding work in our society are often the ones struggling the most to pay their bills. A factory worker standing next to heavy machinery for 12 hours a day expends massive amounts of energy, yet those exhausting shifts rarely translate into millions in the bank. If physical exertion directly equaled wealth, these laborers would be the richest people on Earth. Instead, millions of people find themselves trapped in a cycle where they aren't actually accumulating capital at all. They are simply managing their expenses, earning just enough to survive until the next pay cycle begins. To build wealth, we have to let go of the idea that financial success is a direct byproduct of physical effort. The math simply doesn't work that way. Think about an ox pulling a heavy plow through a field. It works relentlessly from sunrise to sunset without a single complaint. But at the end of the day, what does the ox actually get for all that labor? It gets exactly enough food to recover its strength so it can wake up and do the exact same work tomorrow. Humans have built a modern workforce that mirrors this exact biological loop. Working purely to sustain your ability to keep working tomorrow is a survival mechanism rather than a wealth-building strategy. Time is the ultimate constraint. Every person, no matter their status, is bound by a strict 24-hour biological limit, and you cannot buy more of it. This chart shows why trading time for a wage is mathematically limited. On the bottom axis, we have hours worked, and on the side, income earned. When you are paid by the hour, your maximum potential income is strictly capped by the number of hours you can physically stay awake. The moment you accept a time-based wage, your lifetime earning capacity hits a ceiling. No amount of extra effort can break past the physical limits of human endurance. The architecture of wealth relies on decoupling. This is the specific shift where your income breaks free from your time. You detach the money you make from the active human hours you put in. Escaping the physical limits of the body requires a mathematical shift away from time-based wages. The alternative to the time trap is a system. A system is any value-generating asset that continues to function and produce cash flow while you are asleep or on vacation. In a traditional middle-class financial structure, a large primary salary node funnels capital outward to heavy fixed liabilities, mortgages, car payments, and debt. Engineers call this architecture a single point of failure. If the human worker is compromised by illness, layoffs, or burnout, the central node vanishes. The outward flow of capital stops, and the entire structure collapses inward. Engineering a life to depend on a single, fragile point of income carries far more risk than starting a business. Fixing this requires a shift in how capital flows through your life. Most people get paid, spend money on their lifestyle first, and try to save whatever is left over. Those who build wealth allocate cash to investments first and survive on the remainder. Inflation acts as an invisible force, destroying the purchasing power of uninvested capital. Like a metal block turning to dust, idle money decays. To preserve your labor, you have to convert that idle cash into functional assets. Index funds, real estate, or digital products are tools that generate their own momentum. Money sitting stagnant in a checking account is effectively dead. To survive, it must be put to work as a component inside a larger economic machine. You can begin by constructing a second pillar. Keep your primary job, but redirect a portion of that predictable salary to construct a secondary, independent income system. When that salary increases, prioritize upgrading the capacity of your income-generating systems over your consumer lifestyle. Wealth often remains quiet. Investors like Warren Buffett prioritize the unseen accumulation of producing assets over visible displays of social status. Financial planning is the process of building a machine that renders physical labor obsolete.